Morning, folks. Just came back from my 1.5 mile walk and feeling pretty brisk. And yeah, I thought I'd share something with you this morning that kind of gave me a chuckle because I want there's a fellow that's came into my live streams quite a bit and been pretty intelligent and conducted himself in a mature manner, and he's been begging me to do a reaction to this idiot for quite a while. And so, on behalf of my fans only, I'm gonna address this one person that's been making videos tagging me. And you ever like go to someone's house and they got one of them little like Chihuahua dogs that just just nipping at your heels all the way up the sidewalk? Okay, that's this dude, right? And he's managed to gather up a whole 500 subscribers by tagging every video. He tagged Ryan Upchurch, Patty Lynn, Johnny Gobble, and me in every video. Okay, and every video is about Ryan Upchurch that he has on his entire channel. There's nothing, no other topic at hand, and but then he claims to be on the right side of things a bit, and we're gonna get a witness some of that here. But anyway, this knucklehead, like I said, 500 whole subscribers, and he'll do a live feed, and he can't even get half of his subscriber base to watch a live stream. And I'm gonna tell you something, son. If you can't even get 2/3 of or a third of your subscriber base to pay attention to you when you're live, you're not doing something right. I don't know what that would be. I don't know what advice I'd have for you. But with that being said, let's begin the comedy hour, shall we? I haven't watched all this. I watched like the first 3 words of it, and I can, I've got enough intelligence that I can pretty much figure where it's going without watching it, just based on the person and the titles of his videos. I could probably sit here and tell you what he's going to say before I ever play it. But anyway, this guy is just, all right. Okay. Now this knucklehead has been begging. And when I say begging, I mean begging me to respond to him almost in such a way that you would think that I'm like obligated or something, to where it's like a crime that I'm not responding to him. And I can tell you, dude, the biggest reason why I haven't ever responded to you, to be honest, is your username. Who the hell calls themselves Stoned Dad? Stoned Dad. I mean, I hope to God there's not a child in that house. I would find it hard to believe that you would be able to get a female to live with you. I that I doubt that could happen. So I'm hoping that the username has some other meaning besides the fact that you're stoned and you're proud of being a father. Because I would hate to think that there's actually a child there with a parent so immature that they would call themselves a stoned dad, for God's sakes. But okay, now the first like 5 minutes of this stream is him eating and him digging for a comment I made like weeks ago. One comment. And he's just digging vigorously looking for this comment, and he found it. So that's where we're going to start. Now, you would think he would prepare himself, but
you seem to pathetically left out the part where Ryan was stoned out of a gourd. I love his English here. Stoned out of a gourd. Out of.
You know what they say about people that spell check and grammar police autocorrect smartphone text? They call them losers because they don't have anything of substance to add. So instead of attacking the comment itself and addressing what's in the comment, they look for a period out of place or a T not crossed and speak to that, like somebody that's got an IQ of about a 4. And you're going to find out real quick that this guy, although he calls himself Creek Squad, he is indeed Crack Squad, stoned dad.
Gourd. Not even a gourd. It's out of gourd. Saying a dead kid was fake and Ellen DeGeneres, doesn't even know how to spell it, was in on it. And Kylie is really a 30-year-old woman, all drug-induced hallucinations. Then he verbally assaulted a 2-time female war vet NASA employee.
Yeah,
We have it
sure what happened.
saved, so don't worry. It's not going anywhere away ever. Your boy is having issues.
You see, unlike you, I'm kind of busy during the day, so I'm walking along with I'm probably doing 3 things when I whip that comment off on my phone. And I ain't got time to piss with all that bullshit. You know what I mean? You get the meat of what I mean by reading that, unless of course you've got an extremely low IQ.
I said, because Upchurch isn't my focus. I have other content versus focused on what another man is doing.
That yet every video is Ryan Upchurch, Patty Lynn, Psychobabble Rap, and Johnny Gobble.
Good morning, Tammy. Sorry you have an issue. You got an issue with no content unless it's Ryan's name.
And there's plenty of other stuff on my channel. I guess you didn't look. My channel's been there for 12 years.
So he decided to comment yesterday. Oh, poor thing, you don't Veckin, which I'm sure he meant to say don't even have a good excuse to defend yourself with chasing boogeymen with links hidden in people's names and triangle dimensions, fake people that walk, talk, have kids, and sue you. It's like watching a toddler play with letter blocks and a Rubik's Cube. I said, last time I checked, none of that is on my channel.
Well, we can fix that real quick. Okay. Here's all you got to do. You got to make a video saying that what Ryan Upchurch said was complete gibberish because he was whacked out of his gourd on dope, tripping balls, seeing shit that wasn't there, hallucinating, and following links that didn't go anywhere, and turning and comparing photographs of a 40-year-old man to a 65-year-old man that has a completely different hairstyle, completely different shaped head, completely different shaped nose, completely different shaped ears, completely different shaped eyes, and try to claim they're the same person. I would make a video saying, listen, although I call myself Creek Squad, I would like it to be known that I am not down with this shit of verbally assaulting females and doxing little girls and stuff. I'm just not down with that. But something tells me you don't have the integrity to do that. In fact, I'm certain that you don't.
But I did call you out multiple times, and yet you still have no intelligent response to anything.
No, it's not intelligent response. It's just no response. I just don't care what you got. Anybody that has a username stoned dad absolutely could not possibly have anything of substance that I would be interested in listening to. And anybody that can't turn their camera on, look into the lens, and say, Ryan Upchurch, the shit you're doing to these people is wrong. If you can't do that, then you just don't have enough character for me to even care that you exist. You're just another one of the low IQ idiots that's starstruck.
Only thing you could talk about is Ryan Upchurch and his anime.
Well, you obviously haven't watched my streams because we've talked about a lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff. Doesn't have shit to do with Ryan Upchurch.
I'm sorry you have no life.
Well, let's see. Got custody of a 10-year-old special needs child. I've got my own business. My wife has her own business. We have a actual physical store that you can walk in and purchase things. And we have an eBay store. And we stay quite active. We go places every weekend, travel around. We go to auctions, buy and sell a lot of high-end audio equipment and the high-end stereo equipment. Sort of a hobby of mine. And yeah, yeah, we stay pretty busy. So I would argue I do have a life.
You'd like, I'll gladly assist you with another video about you. But I promise this it will be a low blow.
What kind of person is so proud of their comment they got to read it out loud to their 130 people watching?
I said, come on, make
They
a
can't
video
read
about
it.
me. I'll gladly assist you with drama since that's what you want.
I mean, and here you go. I'm making a video for you. Write it down.
Or that's what you wish. However, make sure to tag me in the video. So when I come out with a response, that will blow me up.
See, it says, gotta tag him. Man.
I promise that. I said, so take your old dementia, Biden loving ass out of here.
Now, see, this is one that gets me because I don't think you'd have to even watch my content to know that I'm an independent conservative. I mean, that's just obvious for a couple of reasons. One, my age, and two, my IQ. So go ahead.
Here till you can make some real content, because I promise you I'll end your whole YouTube career.
He's going to end my YouTube career. This ought to be good. He's going to end my YouTube career with his 500 subscribers.
Left it at that. Okay.
Can I give you some advice? Okay, one. And this is a problem I see with the youngest part of the millennials and the oldest part of Gen Z. I've started noticing this. You know, it's everything has slipped away on you people to the point now where you don't even have manners anymore. Eat before you go live. Eat your damn meal before you go live. Don't be sitting there shoveling food in your mouth and trying to talk. You had all day to eat. Eat before you turn the camera on and go live. And then secondly, if you're going to shred somebody, prepare. So your audience doesn't have to watch you dig for 15 minutes looking for a comment. Because if you guys go back and watch this video, him digging for this comment drug on for several minutes. I thought, Jesus Christ, man, you think the guy'd have been ready.
This guy does not want the smoke.
Yeah, I do.
Because if I come at him, I'm going to end his whole YouTube career. There is nothing he's got to say about me.
I got plenty to say about you. Your username is Stoned Dad. Now, I wonder, I'm hoping that there isn't actually a child, but I don't know too many people that call themselves dad that don't have a child. And if you're his ex and he has visitation, you might want to talk to the courts about his username on YouTube, because I would say you're pretty into smoking weed when you name yourself Stoned Dad. I mean, talk about immature.
He has nothing on me. He's going to say the same shit he says about every Creek.
Well, Crack Squad. Get it right. Crack Squad. See, Creek Squad is guys like me. Okay? Crack Squad is you, Uncle Will, Johnny Gobble, those kind of people. Dirt bags, cockroaches. That's Crack Squad. Creek Squad are like good people that wouldn't like verbally assault a 2-time female war veteran and make a mockery of a child's tragic death. So let's keep it real.
Squad out there, and that's the only thing he's got. However, this is where he fucked up. He fucked up right here. In that comment, he was explaining Upchurch and putting it in my comments as Upchurch is me. I'm not Upchurch. If you've known it, if you've
Well, that's damn obvious.
ever watched my streams, you know
No, I haven't watched your streams. I don't plan to.
my view on what happened. My view is it was Sammy. My view is that you
Well, okay. Well, tell you what. You see, if you're going to try to distance yourself from what Upchurch has been doing, why don't you just officially do it and make a video? Flip on your camera and say, hey, I like to call myself Creek Squad. I like to say that, you know, I'm an Ryan Upchurch fan, but dude, I'm not down with you or what you're doing to these innocent people. Let me see you make that video, because I bet you can't. I bet you're another Uncle Will that you could make that video if it was me, but you can't make that video because it's Ryan. And that just goes to show how damn shallow you people are. That you'll just throw all your moral fiber straight out the window to virtue signal to some stoner that don't give a shit that you exist. Doesn't give a shit that you exist. And the only reason he would give you something is because then he wants to have your control. Now he's, you know, there's expectations that come with Ryan Upchurch's gifts, we've learned. That for the rest of your eternity, you must always agree with him. And that also goes with any session musicians that appear on his music, any other artists that contribute to it. That there's expectations that come with that for the rest of their life they must agree with him, no matter how absurd. Like, you know, when he gets completely whacked out of his gourd and stays up for 4 or 5 days and makes videos just destroying his credibility in his career.
YouTubers exploited the death of a little girl to gain money.
You mean like Ryan Upchurch?
They exploited it on the internet, gave out some false information and prolonged shit to make money. That's why their Cash Apps, their Venmos, and everything like that is on their streams.
You want to know what's even more disgusting? Is to see somebody like Ryan Upchurch who's got shit tons of money to throw around. Obviously, he, you know, like it's some kind of bottomless well, and he's literally going and buying gifts, expensive gifts, and doing $500 super chats so he can go on these true crime podcasts and slander this family and an innocent refugee family and a girl in the army that's very decorated and very accomplished. And yeah, I'd like to hear some more about that.
Period. So, him coming in there accusing the same shit that he's accusing Upchurch with, you know, my stream, and
look, it's pretty simple. Okay, when you jump on the bandwagon, you must be down with the band, right? Or you wouldn't jump on the bandwagon. So there's that.
saying that we're pretty much the same person. We're clearly not.
Yeah. Okay, you got me there. You're clearly not Ryan Upchurch.
Shows how much of dementia he really has, right? He doesn't.
I'll match wits with you any day, son. You see, only a fool would think they could outwit somebody that's been alive 3 times longer than they have. So here's what you got to do. You got to take everything you know and times it by 3. Then you'll be where I'm at.
Doesn't see reality. He doesn't see what the fuck is in front of his face.
I do see what I'm in front of. Every one of your videos, you're tagging Patty Lynn, Ryan Upchurch, and Johnny Gobble, and me. Every video.
He just seen a video that was tagged on him and he ran his mouth. He didn't even watch it.
They're all tagged on me.
See, this is what's going to fuck him up. Because
I don't feel fucked up or anything. Feel fine. Is there like, am I supposed to notice something?
He's not going to watch my videos. And if he ends up making a video about me,
I'm making a video about you, and I didn't watch any of your videos, and I don't plan to.
He has no homework. He has nothing on me.
And you know the sad part is I don't need any, and I can still It's you're so predictable. Every one of you are just extremely predictable. You're trying to defend what Ryan did in some of the most tacky, cheapest, just gutless, spineless ways possible. And it's pathetic to watch, actually. It's pathetic. It's pathetic to watch a guy like Uncle Will reduce himself down to a blubbering, just completely invested fan that that can't even stand on his own convictions when Ryan's in sight.
So all he's going to say is the same shit. This is where his whole YouTube's career is going to go because I've watched his videos. I know his content. I know what he said to a little girl.
Well, I don't know. You tried to claim that I'm a Biden voter. And, he's now, you guys all know about the troll that was pretending to be a 14-year-old girl that was tagging me for a full day, like just frantically. Okay. Just frantic, just one comment after another. I want to come to your house. I'm coming to your house. Give me the address. I'm coming over right now. I'm coming over right now. I want to come over right now. This is what he's going to talk about. And I'm fairly certain that it was him, that he was the one. And I don't know if he got smart or what, because he was running around clicking on every link on everything he could find about me, just tromping with these great big ass footprints. Okay. And, so I'm thinking, well, it's probably the same dude. Well, whoever made the sock account, pretending to be a 14-year-old girl, hasn't tromped on any links I've baited him with yet. So I can't confirm that it was you, but I probably will soon enough. And I'm fairly certain it was you. But go ahead.
I'm the one that pulled it out.
Isn't that funny? That comment, I'll have you know, okay, was like 30 comments deep, 3 threads deep in another comment. You follow me? So one person made a comment, and several people responded to that comment. And then another person made a comment, and several people responded to that comment. And then another person commented, and several people commented to that one. And then that's where my comment lived. Now, how would he randomly find that in a thread of like 2,600 comments unless he sat there all day reading every single comment that was left to me, or it was him? One of the two. It was either him or it was either him or he spent like a whole day reading my comments. Both of them are frightening to know. But that comment you wouldn't have ran across nonchalantly. But continue.
Do you not know? Do you not think that I looked up into information about him, that I don't know things about him? I will say things that will totally ruin his YouTube career, and he will not show his.
How much you want to bet I can tell you exactly what he's going to say? He's going to say that I've got an assault charge, and he's going to say that I was arrested for a DUI in 1989 and a possession of marijuana in 1991 and a domestic violence accusation in the middle of a divorce in 1994. Now, since then, I haven't even had a speeding ticket. Haven't even had a speeding ticket since 1994. But yeah, that's what he's going to tell you. Now, the assault charge, I'm actually proud of, and I'll tell you why, son. Okay, you see, I lived out in the county on a county road, and there was like this like slide upgrade in front of my house, and then a little bit of a hump, and then the road kind of flattens out, and it's perfectly straight right in between two cornfields. And we had sold off 600 acre, and people were building houses there for the first time in probably 2 decades. There was finally being some homes built in that area. And a family had built a brand new home there. They had 3 children. And the Their oldest boy was the exact same age as my son, blonde haired, blue eyed kid, just like my son. And they were pals, and they would ride back and forth between my house and their house. It was like a quarter mile in between the two. And there was a punk that would go flying down the road every day, just hauling ass. And when he'd come by the house, he would be going so fast, all four wheels would leave the ground. And I hollered at him once and told him, hey, there's kids playing out here. You got to slow her down, buddy. And he flipped me off. Flipped me off. Well, a friend of mine was over and we were actually playing Doom 2. We had our computers linked up. We were playing Doom 2. And all of a sudden, I hear a ruckus and someone pounds on my door so hard it sounds like they're going to cave it in. And when I swung the door open, it was a lady in pure panic. And I look outside, and there was a child completely slaughtered laying in the street that he had hit. Was the neighbor's child. He hit that kid going about 80 miles an hour and completely exploded the child's body into multiple pieces. And when I went out there and got a hold of him, I started beating him within a half inch of his life. And it took 2 deputies to get me off of him. And if they hadn't got there, your boy here would probably be in prison. Because I had the full intention of taking his life from him. So I'm proud of that charge. I'll wear it like a badge of honor. So if that's what you're going to talk about and you think that's going to destroy my YouTube career, you got another thing coming, honey. I'm going to jump up and down on Ryan Upchurch's neck every day till he undoes what he did to these people. And I ain't playing. So you bring it, punk.
Say so on YouTube again.
I'm showing it right now. Bring it.
Majority of my subscribers already have an idea, especially those in my Discord. He don't want this Italian motherfucker to come at him. He don't want to see the Italian side of me.
I think you're just
it's just facts.
Okay, I'm going to size you up right now. I think you have no accomplishments. I think you live off your mom still. So I'm going to officially say that you live in your mom's apartment, and you've done very little with your life, and you call yourself stoned dad, and you probably have a kid by some chick that got the hell away from you, and you probably have visitation for this kid, and you rarely ever take advantage of it. That's how I think. That's how I see you. And I bet I'm right.
You've had 2 million by saying that we were all on drugs.
Yeah. Stone dad. Yeah. I'd say you're on drugs. Yep.
I mean, the greatest thing about this is his video that he made. When was it? Last night?
Look at his search. Look at his search. Look at that. Look at his search history.
Do you want to guess what it was about?
History.
Uncle Will and
took him 5 tries to get my name right.
That's all he got. He edited a video to try to poke fun, and he thinks he's funny.
Now look, guys. He just sat here and said that he watched my videos. That's not my video. If you guys watched my live when that video was featured, you'll know it's from an anonymous dude. It's his video that I just happened to play at the beginning of my live the other night that you just claimed you watched them all. So I already caught you in one lie. Let's move forward, shall we? Going to end my career with your 500 subscribers and your 120 live viewers.
But I got 10 times funnier than I'm 10 times funnier than him.
Go talk to Anonymous Dude about it. I thought he made a pretty good video there. That's why I featured it on my channel.
And then you got the whole, his uncle wrote under Ryan's full control.
He is. He is absolutely. He just literally made a video claiming that a 2-time decorated war veteran should be court-martialed for kayaking with her dog.
Blah, 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 blah.
It is.
Like, this boy has
got your attention unless you've made 11 videos. You've tagged me 11 times. So I'm obviously doing something. Huh.
nothing else to fucking discuss other than
See, there's no way you've ever watched a single live if you think there's nothing else that's being discussed. You just haven't even watched one.
I mean,
You've missed a lot of good life advice, I would argue. And yeah, maybe you ought to pay attention. It'd be sort of like going to church for you. Get a little bit of just let your soul absorb some facts, and and maybe stay grounded a little bit, and have sense enough to look past tomorrow. Because that's another thing that I see a real problem with Gen Z and the younger millennials is they live from day to day, like tomorrow's not going to come, and the only problem is it is going to come. Tomorrow is going to come, and somebody's going to have to feed you, and somebody's going to have to clothe you if you don't have your shit together. Same way you're living off your mom right now, and she probably needs a break, dude. How long do you plan on mooching off of her?
he has nothing else to talk about. Clearly,
Okay.
he's cringy, not funny.
Cringy. I'm cringy. Mm.
Exactly. So,
And that little he's got that little strobe light going around his little fucking box there. I see these 8-year-olds do that when they're doing their game live recordings. It's like, I mean, it's something like a little kid would do. Just because the software has a feature doesn't mean you ought to use it. I'm just saying.
I mean, the end of the day, I don't think he's going to make a video about me. I don't think he'll tag me.
Yeah, I'm going to make this one, but I'm not going to tag you. I'm going to tag it. I'm going to think of a more clever name for you, like drug-induced father or daddy on dope or something like that. I want to gin up your username, make it have more impact. Stoned dad.
He's already had the chances, multiple chances to. People have came into his stream asking about, hey, so what's your views on this being said about you? This is the person that said it. It was stoned.
And when it's complete bullshit, guess what my view is? I don't fucking care. and I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to mean it. Okay. Anybody with a username, Stone Dad, I am just clearly not interested in what you have to say. It's lost on me right then and there. I view you as just a complete dumb shit. And I'd flip you on the back of your ear if you was sitting here.
Dad 90, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't talk.
I don't talk. I would argue that I have surpassed a lot of people in subscribers a lot faster than most people, and I have yet to say subscribe, hit the like, please subscribe to me. I've never even done that. So, there's that. Obviously, some people are interested. You've got 500 subscribers, and you've been at it for 2 years, and I decided to start using this channel again after 12 years, and I've been a whole 3 weeks So yeah, go ahead.
How Brian was strung out and he's trying to get people to think he's in rehab. That's makes no sense because Ryan's
See,
at
you're just having trouble even staying on topic, staying focused here. Thought we were talking about me.
his house hanging out with father son reacts. Like,
Yeah, those two guys. What a disappointment. They had the opportunity to kind of have a niche of being a reaction channel. Father and son, getting a different, reaction from two different generations. Pretty good little shtick there that might have worked out well. But now they have sold every shred of their dignity down the shitter and sat on a panel while pretending to that deciphering names like you're playing Scrabble actually means something, like there's hidden messages in people's names and shit, and the mathematical equation to a triangle was actually a secret link to an underground child pornography ring that Xaname and Ichabod run. Shit like that. Yeah.
oh my god, you are so stupid.
I guess you guys see why he's got 500 subscribers.
I didn't give him a DM.
Probably never going to get any better.
100%. Ryan has no reason to.
No
Ryan's
reason
not going to allow him to grow off of his name because
Okay.
all he knows that if Ryan gives him attention, it's giving him what he wants.
Ryan's made 5 videos talking directly to me already. He's watching everything I make, him and his mom both, because they know what I'm saying is true, and they know it's damaging to Ryan's brand. So they're watching. So who are you fucking kidding?
Regardless if it's positive or negative, it's clearly he wants negative attention. It's like a child.
No, what I want is for Ryan Upchurch to turn on his camera. And now Xaname doesn't even want an apology from Ryan anymore. She just wants him to just fuck right off, basically. Her fiance has stayed neutral in it, and that's probably a good thing. And she's got other things going on in life right now, and she really doesn't need that YouTube channel much right now. So she just, at this point, the damage is done, and she's just ready to just tell him to just fuck right off and move forward. That's not good enough for me, though. I'm not going to settle for that. I want Ryan Upchurch turn on his fucking camera, explain to Crack Squad that every time they do something horrible to somebody, it reflects on him. And that he does not no longer want them doing that anymore. And that if he catches them bothering this woman, he's going to bar them from his YouTube channel, all concerts, and ever coming to any party at his house. If he catches a single one of them saying something bad about Xaname, after all the slander he cooked up in his drug-induced brain and turned his camera on and told them all, because these sons of bitches are so dumb, they believe what he said. They believe that she went and hurt this child. They believe that she scuba dived down to the car on a Yamaha scuba bike. They believe it. And she's got a family that's being attacked by these idiots. So he's got to do something to fix that. He can't just pretend it never happened, because they're not going to stop until they hear it from him. So if you wonder what my goal is, that's my goddamn goal, and I've been really clear about it from the start. Right? I mean, I don't think there could be any confusion with that.
Negative attention is still attention. You give the child the attention it wants, it continues the behavior. You choose to ignore the child for a little bit.
Okay, Stoned Dad. Thanks for the advice, Stoned Dad.
Just saying. Any parent knows that.
So you do have a kid. I wonder if Job and Family Services knows that you're stoned dad on YouTube. And you're probably the type of guy. I know this guy like the back of my hand. Okay, let me tell you what he does when he gets a visitation with his kid, stoned dad here. He dumps it off on his mom. That's what he does. So if he gets a visitation with his kid that he made irresponsibly, he just dumps it off on his mom and he plays video games while his mom takes care of the kid. And I'll bet his mom's sitting there shaking her head. Yep. Yep. It's just my day to babysit when he gets a visitation. Yep. You probably go get the kid, come back, dump it off on your mom, start playing video games and watch him Ryan Upchurch.
Except for this is a 63-year-old child. That's the difference here. Which, I mean,
I'd be willing to bet real money, like an actual bet, that my 10-year-old autistic grandson has more money in his cookie jar bank. It's a Power Ranger bank. I'll bet he has more money in there than you have earned in your entire time on this earth. I'd be willing to bet that.
I'm 31 and I'm still a man child. I'll be fucking honest.
Yeah, living in your mom's
Bring me
spare
to
bedroom.
the playground with a bunch of kids. I'm gonna
Dumping your
have
kid
fun.
off
I'm
on
gonna be
it.
all up over that playground, in the tunnels, on the slides. We're gonna be playing tag.
Now, so there ain't much else to watch here, guys. It's just this same amount of rambling. I guess if you want to watch the rest of it, you can go over to his channel and watch it. But that's the video you're going to get from me, buddy. And if you think you got something to say about me that would embarrass me, bring it. Because I don't have anything to be ashamed of. And, yeah, there's that. And, dude, if you have a kid and your fucking YouTube username is Stone Dad, somebody needs to check in on that situation. And don't run around on YouTube pretending to be a 14-year-old girl that wants to go to a 63-year-old man's house. And then, pretend to be outraged when I slap you back with a little sarcasm because I'm onto your shit. And all you got to do is just run around and click a few more links, and I'll be able to confirm it was you. I'm pretty certain it was. So, yep. Have a nice day, folks.